All right, everybody, what's going on? Welcome back. Another episode here, Army Black Knights on localized content on YouTube, localized_content on Twitch. In this episode, we're going to be going through the Season 2 off-season here. But before we get there, Navy was still playing. Of course, in the last one, we lost our bowl game to San Jose State. Kind of an embarrassing fashion, but Navy beat Louisiana in that week and advanced to the quarterfinal round of the college football playoff where they faced number 4 Alabama. And that actually came down to the final possession. Navy had a chance to tie the game late in the fourth quarter, but threw a pick and turned the ball over with just 10, 15 seconds to go. But 7-point game against Alabama in the quarterfinal, Season 2. What do you want from us? We're an American school, huh? So Alabama beats Navy. They advance to the semifinal. They'll play Tennessee, who destroyed Georgia 40-21. Other side of the bracket, Ohio State beat Ole Miss, and BYU beat Penn State. So every single lower seed did win, aside from that Navy-Alabama matchup. We'll go ahead and simulate this next week and see who falls in the national title game. We've got Alabama beats Tennessee and Ohio State beats BYU. So it's Alabama, Ohio State. Maybe a rematch? Not a rematch. Okay. Surprised it's not a rematch. Two of the best programs of the past 10, 15 years. Of course, Georgia is in that conversation as well. But national championship game, 11 seeded Ohio State and number 4 seed Alabama. Let's see who wins by jumping into the 2026 college football history book. Alabama beats Ohio State by the score of 39-33. Kalen DeBoer gets his first national championship. And Alabama gets their first since the year 2020. So Alabama's back on top. Ohio State succumbs to the Crimson Tide, so we can advance now to the off-season period. I'll just scroll through Navy's season stats too real quick, just so we can see those for future reference. I don't know. I may want to look at them down the road, or the other user, Andy, may want to look at them down the road too, so I'll just scroll through those real quick since their season is over and highlight those while I still have the chance. All right, so in Braxton Woodson's senior season, his only year starting, he threw for 3,000 yards, 26 touchdowns, and 8 picks. Walter Carney appeared in 2 games, threw a pick, and Timmy Bragg appeared in 1 game, threw 2 touchdowns and a pick. He actually, his 2 completed passes were touchdowns, so that's pretty interesting. What is going on over there, Mav? TK Hodges in his senior season, 950 rushing yards, 6 touchdowns. Gage Leonard, 580 yards, 6 touchdowns. And then Woodson, 350 yards, 6 touchdowns himself. And then you could see he only ran the ball with 5 guys. No, 6 guys. Noah Bull got 2 carries, but no yards. But now receiving yards, Kendall Evans led him here, 7 touchdowns, 679 yards on 55 receptions. And then Hutchinson had a very interesting receiving number and 4 touchdowns, and we'll just scroll down and show those. Defensively, Job Grant, 105 tackles on the year. Holy crap. 9 tackles for loss and a sack. That's unbelievable. He clearly just plays so many more snaps than I do. 97 sacks or tackles for his strong safety. This is unbelievable how many possessions he's playing versus me. It's unbelievable. All right, well, there's his stats. We're ready to advance officially to the Season 2 off-season, where I need to see if Callum McPhee is going to stay here at Army or if he's leaving. And I don't know. Maybe he's not a military guy. I don't know. I wouldn't really mind to see him gone because oh boy. Oh boy. 2 4-star commits from this past recruiting class. Chad Kafka, our left guard. I have to try to persuade him. And he hasn't been persuaded. Boy, Callum McPhee, obviously have to try to persuade him. Yes, he's staying. Okay. So we still have Callum McPhee for next season. We'll see if I decide to use him or not. But anybody else I desire to keep around. I'm going to need corners. So Houston, Robert Houston decides to stay. He's a junior. I don't really need these wideouts. Too bad. But of the two, we'll stick with... Ooh, hold on. Normal impacts. Try to get Alan Dillard. Not been persuaded, so I got 2 chances left. I'll go with linebacker Brad. Not convinced. And the other linebacker, Emmett Flynn. Not convinced. All right, so leaving this year in the transfer portal, Chad Kafka, Alan Dillard, Emmett Flynn, Vig, and Brad Fannin, and then Peyton Clark. So those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys leaving in the transfer portal. We were able to convince Callum McPhee and Robert Houston to stay, and then players graduating: Drake Roberts, Todd Toby, Noah Nixon, and I'm just going to scroll through the rest. But some players that were notable, some not so much. Notable players: Pelosi, of course, 100 receptions this past year. That's a season record for Army. Olawu caught a few touchdown passes. And that's about it. That's all I really know. Drake Roberts had a decent season as a running back. He was a converted wide receiver, of course. Ready to advance past the players leaving, and we're going to start the off-season recruiting period. Of course, review real quick. No transfer portal, no JUCO guys. So we're recruiting as many freshman players as we can. All right, here we go. After week 4 of the off-season recruiting, let's go through the recruits we get here, and then we'll go through the signing, these recruiting class as a whole, see where we're at in ranking, and then we'll check Navy too. So let's go through recruits that signed this week. 4-star wide receiver Brian Veerling. Stole him back from Virginia. I took him off my board in week 1, but Virginia dropped his scholarship, so I will remember to go look for that, and we brought him back. Free safety Brendan Scioli. A lot of these names I'm just going to absolutely butcher, but this one I can say. One, Angel. Maybe Angel. I don't know. John Owusu, the right edge. 3-star wide receiver Elton Watkins. 3-star center Bryce Silva. 3-star safety Jabari Hearns. 3-star cornerback Quincy Neighbors. 3-star linebacker Ross O'Grady. Another 3-star linebacker Ezekiel Moffitt. Ronald Stewart, another 3-star linebacker. 3-star edge Jimmy Johnson. Awesome. 3-star center Alex Owosika. Sure. Willie Neely is a 3-star tight end. Except I might change his name to Will Neely, because Willie Neely, are you kidding me? 3-star linebacker George. I'm not going to get to his last name because I have no idea what that is. Jose Handy, a 3-star guard. Bryce Stevens, 3-star tackle. Thaddeus Times, 3-star receiver. Ryan Parker, 3-star punter. Nice. Christian Bergstrom, 3-star pocket passing quarterback. Jaime Emmanuel II, 3-star wide receiver. Jeremy Rudolph, 3-star safety. Denton Ratzik, 4-star running back. And we got the center. This was another guy that I took off the board in week 1 of the offseason, but Bryce Bigham's 4-star center. Notre Dame dropped his offer. We brought him back on our board and got him. 4-star center Bryce Bigham's, and then 3-star linebacker Rodney Rich. Marquise Judge, a 3-star corner. Lawrence Satele, a 3-star cornerback. He was a pure runner. Antoine Bigham's. So we got 2 centers with the last name Bigham's. How about that? J.J. Cobb, a 3-star receiver. Marcus Frost, 3-star tight end. Leonard Keister, 3-star center. All right, so recruiting class as a whole, we'll take a look at here in a second. Is there anybody that did not sign with us? Oh, we got everybody. And I know we can double check that. I think we had 4 commits before that final week. Let's take a look. Top classes. Georgia with the #1 class. We fall 26th overall with 35 prospects, 6 4-stars. Again, I think we had this exact same thing last year. 6 4-stars, 29 3-stars. Let's keep scrolling. Navy ends up with 30, 1 4-star, 29 3-stars. Let's take a look at recruits. Where do we fall in recruits? Army falls 14th. Navy falls 23rd, and that's just high school guys. No transfer portal. Who has the top transfer portal class, though? Miami. Holy crap. 6 4-stars, 11 3-stars. But a lot of these 9 4-stars in the transfer portal for Clemson. Whatever. Doesn't matter. But other guys in our recruiting class that had already committed: Manny Valencia, John Akeem, 4-star running back. Nate Rao, 4-star running back, the 12th best running back. And then Nate, look at that. We got 2 top 100 guys. 2 running backs, of course. But we have the 5th best running back in the nation. Oh, my gosh. But those 4, Joe Lawson was the other one. Those 4 had already committed. All right, so 35 recruits here again in off-season 2. Going into season 3, I'm going to go through position changes. I need to give myself some insurance, so I'm going to do that, and I will reconvene probably after training results, but I need to change some conference settings, so I need to do that too. All right, looking at our schedules here in the preseason, just real quick, we're doing the same thing as last year with the 3 bye weeks to start, just so we can get into the year as far as possible. But this year we're playing against our alma mater, so I will start my season in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania at Acrisure Stadium playing the Pitt Panthers. Then we'll go to UAB, and then an out-of-conference game at Colorado State. Back in conference, UTSA, USF, Tulsa, Rice, Air Force, North Texas, and then we will play at home against Notre Dame this time. At FAU, and then finish up against Navy, of course, to end the season. Navy's schedule, they start the year ranked 23rd in the nation. They will start at Tulane, then they'll play FAU, Air Force, Memphis, Charlotte, North Texas, then at Notre Dame this year, at North Carolina, there, Andy McClendon's alma mater, then versus Temple. Were you supposed to be versus New Mexico State or at New Mexico State? At New Mexico State versus ECU, and then against Army. All right, awesome. Those are the schedules. Thanks, everybody, for watching the off-season episode. In the next one, it'll be Season 3, Game 1 against Pittsburgh. Thanks, bye.